Alright guys, what's up? It's Ryan, the MX Guru again. Today I wanted to come back and jump in and just talk to you for a minute about this new 2022 limited edition KX450SR. Just going to go over some of the announcements here using the Dirt Bike Rider article. Everybody knows this dropped yesterday. Just going to kind of give you my first thoughts on it. So, all new 2022 KX450SR announced. Kawasaki joins the special edition club. Yeah, in a way, they're a little late to the party, but in a way, they also started this back in 2009 with their Monster Energy editions that at least came with like green hubs back then or something like that. But they could have done this a little earlier. I would absolutely agree. So first of all, the look of the bike is awesome. You guys know I was a Kawi guy for 15 years. I love the Monster Energy graphics. I love that it comes with the white plate and you can literally just put your own number on there and you're ready to go. So it doesn't have Tomac's number. It doesn't have any number plates that you're gonna have to peel off before you can even put your own number on. It's really ready to roll for you to race. Just stick some numbers on it. Now, I wouldn't have been surprised if this bike was originally supposed to come out with Tomac's number and then the move to Yamaha changed all that. That wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. But yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. Monster Energy graphics, obviously the Pro Circuit exhaust and the suspension, which we will get into in a moment. Henson clutch cover is sweet. The X-Trigs are probably my favorite part, but let's go on down and get into the details of everything. So what does SR stand for? It stands for Special Racer. That's been around for a long time. I think they started, that was really popular in the Stewart era. All his like KX250s said SR on them. But this will be the first time that we've seen the SR used in any kind of production model for the public. All right guys, so we've got the cylinder head with polished intake ports, and this matches what Honda has done with their head. I really didn't expect Kawi to do this. KTM doesn't modify their engine whatsoever on their factory editions. Kawi, being as conservative as they are, I didn't expect them to do it either, but props, they matched Honda on that. It's not a different head, it's not different valves or anything like that. It's just polished intake ports. You've got the Pro Circuit TI6, looks good, works good. One of the best exhausts out there. I don't think you can go wrong with PC or FMF. And obviously they have close ties with Kawasaki, so it makes sense. Optimized ECU fuel injection settings. I would assume maybe these settings have something to do with those intake ports. Okay, KYB front and rear suspension components, guys. This is where, to me, it starts to get a little bit into the weeds. I've seen a lot of guys comment or make videos about this being, you know, $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000 suspension. Yeah, if you went out and bought it, for sure. But let's say your KX450F had WP suspension on it and you wanted to buy the Showa 49mm stuff that comes stock on them. If you went out and bought that brand new, it would probably be around the same price. I find this, it's cool, but it's a little gimmicky. I think mainly this was done because it's something different than what Kawi's went with on the production bike the last few years. Tomac has ran KYB since he's been at Kawi. So yeah, it's cool, it's a different option. But there's nothing special about these forks as far as internals or internal coatings. As far as the outer tube, you're getting that bronze Kashima coating, and that helps reduce abrasion wear. And you get the black lowers, which look cool. But keep in mind, these black lowers are DLC coating. Very cool, works great. But the Honda 450 Works Edition is coming with the nitride coating, which is one step above this, one step better than this. Kawi's actually had DLC coatings on their lowers as early as 07, so something to think about. It looks cool, it looks trick, but from a performance standpoint, you're not really gaining anything with this KYB stuff. You're still gonna have to send it off, Any performance mods you want done, obviously it's going to have to be, stack is going to have to be customized to you. Now when we get back to the shock, that's where the Honda I thought was really cool and really useful to a privateer or somebody like that that could really utilize that 18mm shock shaft. Case and Supercross triples all the time, you can bend and distort the stock shock shafts on these bikes. That 18mm shock shaft really helps, and the price of that 18mm shock shaft and to get it added, get it installed in your shock is pretty substantial, and I think that alone is a way better value than these KYBs. The 49mm shows that have been on the bike since 19 are extremely good forks. But I think this was originally supposed to be more of like a Tomac edition, and he runs KYBs, which is probably why we're seeing the KYBs on this bike. Definitely still look cool, don't get me wrong, but you're not adding $5,000 or $6,000 of value by putting these KYBs on, in my opinion, because when you put these KYBs on, you're taking off the Showa 49s, which is about the same value. But either way, it's really cool. Moving on down here, my favorite model on the bike is those the red X-Trigs. Those are sick. They have the PDHS bar mounts. They're going to have more flex to them. They look trick. I love to take a Cowie and put a contrasting color to it, like red or blue or something. Looks sweet. So the X-Trigs are fantastic. In this picture, there's like, I don't know if those are supposed to be like yellow or gold engine plugs, but I don't like those. They should have made them like a bronze to match the Kashima, or and maybe they are more of that color in real life. I can't really tell, but in this picture they look kind of like mustard yellow. I don't like that very much. Alright guys, then we get the DID Dirt Star STX rims. Those are going to be good rims, and those are where you start to get the privateer can get a little more bang for his buck there, because those rims hold up a lot better than stock as far as Supercross triples and just big massive landings. You get the Renthal rear sprocket in black, obviously the Monster Energy graphics, and this is another spot where the Honda ups it, guys. You get the Henson clutch cover, which Kawasaki will argue, Kawasaki will prop that up by saying it dissipates heat. Yes, I'm sure it dissipates heat better, but on the Honda, you get the clutch cover and the clutch basket. And the basket is huge. That's a major expense. So props to Honda. But the Cowie guys will come back and say, well, that's because the Honda probably needs the clutch basket and the Cowie doesn't. So yeah, that PDHS is sick. Really like that. So yeah guys, after I got to looking at these MSRPs, it looks like the new Cowie's $12,400, and it looks like the Honda was $12,380. So is that right? The Cowie's $20 more. I think the Cowie's cool, guys. If you're a Cowie guy, of course get the Cowie. If you're absolutely split on the Honda or Cowie and you want the slightly better value as far as the stuff you get with the bike, I think the Honda is slightly more of a punch. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the bell. We're trying to grow in here as much as we can. Goal is 20,000 subscribers by Christmas. Help us out. This is going to be your spot for new bike walkarounds, especially KTM Group, Suzuki, Beta, Sherco. We're going to mix in a little Honda, Yamaha, and Kawasaki as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.